first exhibition?
Well, it's a start. We had a lot of new faces out there. You know, I thought overall, you know, the guys had a purpose to what they were doing. Obviously, we made a lot of mistakes on the defensive end, but I figured that we've been making a lot of mistakes in practice on the defensive end, and our intensity, our commitment on the defensive end has got to improve, but it will. You know, the new guys will figure out we've got to do a much better job there with Elgin and Joe's leadership, Jaleel. You know, we'll pick up practices on the defensive end. You know, but we have a tremendous amount of work to do there. Offensively, you know, I thought we shared the ball. We moved. We showed our quickness at times. We do have an athletic team, fairly quick. Size is a problem for us. So, you know, we just got a tremendous amount of work to do, more so on the defensive end, I think, than the offensive end.
Elgin, just as far as getting out for the first scrimmage or whatever, I mean, how much do you feel that the practices you've had so far was able to translate today into the game today, and how much do you think still left to be found?
Just like Coach said, you know, we made a lot of mistakes in practice, and I think there was a lot of good things that happened out there as well, but when we make mistakes, that means there's a lot of room for improvement.
Coach, what do you take away from an exhibition against an opponent that's really overmatched?
Well, we just wanted to get out on the floor. You know, so many of our guys, it's the first time, you know, out on our floor in front of people. So I thought that was really important for us. You know, we start off the season and games come pretty quick, you know, so starting with Coppin and then Detroit, Toledo's got a heck of a ball club, then we go to New York, you know, so, you know, in the next 3 weeks, you know, things are going to come at us really quick. So, you know, I thought it was important to get our guys out. You know, I hope they look at the film critically tomorrow and look at all the things we need to improve upon. You know, I thought we got off to a good start. Our intensity on the defensive end was really good, you know, and then we got the big lead, and then it was just kind of, well, let's just exchange baskets. And I was disappointed in that just because, you know, we don't have many opportunities to prepare. And with so few of guys having any Division I experience, you know, every minute counts. And, you know, I just didn't think we approached it at times like that.
How much will you guys use the actual film from this game? Will you kind of review it like it was like a full-on regular season game?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be in film tomorrow, and we'll break it down tonight and, you know, spend a lot of time on it tomorrow because there's so many things. You know, guys that haven't been with us, you know, when we try to make corrections during the game, they're not sure they want to believe, you know, that they didn't make a cut and didn't do something they needed to do or they weren't helping. But when they see it, it's like, you know, see how bad it looks, then, you know, they're a lot easier, you know, the next time to show, you know, what that correction needs to be, you know. So we've got a lot of new guys, you know, and when we're talking to them about offing to the ball and, you know, helping and talking and, you know, switching some things, they're not sure what we're doing. And so you're going to make mistakes until you get sure of what's supposed to be done, get a lot more confident in it. You're going to make some mistakes. So we just got to show them on film where those mistakes are being made. Once they see them, they really have a much better feel for them. We can slow it down and really show them what we should have done rather than what we did do. And that was our first time out. So there'll be a lot of corrections to be made.
Elgin, how do you feel the new guys played?
I think everybody did real well. But at the same time, we just need to focus in more, attention to detail more, and just bring more energy to games and in practice.
Dana, did any of the new guys stand out above the others for you tonight?
Well, I really like Dylan getting 6 boards. I like Dwayne getting 8. You know, Jordan Bell had 7. So if there's one good thing, you know, those 3 new guys stepped up, gave us some rebounds. Elgin had 8, 6 on the offensive end, chasing a couple of his own misses. But, you know, I just thought with Dwayne getting 8 rebounds, 8 of them on the defensive end, that's a good sign. You know, we got to have those guys thinking about boards, and I thought some of those guys going back and rebounding were pretty good. We've got to get much more physical there. But, you know, I thought Dwayne, Dylan did a good job. Ahmad, I thought, would talk a little bit more. He's got to be a lot more talkative out there. He's been talking pretty good in practice. And, you know, I thought KEZI gave us some good minutes. So, no, I thought the new guys overall, you know, Dylan showed some of his ability to score. So, you know, kind of what I expected, kind of what we've been seeing in practice.
You mentioned the starting lineup is kind of going to be a work in progress throughout the season. Did you choose your starters tonight based on the starting five that you think you'd go with if the regular season was starting tonight, or did you?
No, I didn't know until we were sitting on the bench. You know, who we were going. I told the team before that Elgin and Joe were going to start because of their experience, and after that, I didn't know. You know, we've had guys. Jaleel missed a lot of time with the back, you know, so he'd missed the first 2 weeks practice. Dwayne had missed some time with the foot injury, not quite as much, 3 days. But we've had a lot of guys in and out of practice. And the consistency of guys in practice, you know, hasn't been that good. You know, we've had some great days, and then, you know, day after day, we just haven't put enough days together. But that's real common for new guys, you know. New guys, you know, it takes a lot of discipline to practice 3 hours one day and come back the next day and go 2 a days, and then come back the next day and go 3 again. And you've got to get used to it. And it's not easy as a newer guy. And so I was not surprised, you know, by the up and down. But, you know, as we move through the season, you expect it to improve.
How did you like Joe Young at points when he played a lot of that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I thought there were a couple chances. All of us could have moved the ball up the court better. You know, I thought, you know, we're giving everybody a lot of freedom to get it and take it, but I thought we dribbled too much. Not only Joe, but I thought all our guards, you know, and even our bigs, when they brought it, weren't looking ahead, you know, to give it up. And because of that, you know, our organization on the break wasn't what we should have had. But that will improve. You know, again, I'm a lot less worried about the offense improving than I am the defensive end. I think when we show them there's a way to get more buckets, you know, they get into that pretty good. Defensively, you know, is where we really got to focus here this week.
Overall, how do you think Joe Young played?
Oh, I thought he had a lot of good things. You know, his shooting percentage, 9 for 13 is good. He's always been a good free throw shooter. 7 assists, 1 turnover. You know, love to see that from any guard. So, you know, he broke the press. They tried pressing us one time. He broke it, and I think he gave it to Dylan for a layup or somebody. But no, I thought he made some good plays. You know, again, our organization's just got to get better. You know, but our shots, you know, Joe got 13 and Elgin got 13. They both got to the free throw line a little bit. So, you know, those two vets early in the season, you know, we want to run a lot of things for them. We've got to move Elgin around so that we can find ways to get him some shots. We've got to move Joe around so we can find some ways to give him shots. I thought they looked, you know, the most comfortable taking shots. Dylan and Dwayne looked pretty comfortable taking shots. But, you know, we got to, within the framework of our offense, move those guys around so we can find ways to get them shots.
He shot exceptionally well early, and then generally 60% is pretty good for exhibitions. Do you feel this is a good shooting team? Or? Yeah,
I do. I mean, I think we got a lot of guys who can shoot the ball. Elgin's really worked on his shooting, improved. Dwayne's a good shooter. Dylan can shoot it. Joe's obviously with his numbers. Ahmad and KEZI can shoot it. Theo's a good shooter. Jaleel didn't shoot it well tonight, but he's a very good shooter. So, yeah, I think we've got a really good shooting team. And Jordan is improving from 15, 16 and in. So, yeah, I think everybody on our team can shoot the ball, which really gives us some options. And they're going to have to because, you know, we are small, you know, so we're going to have to spread that floor and we're going to have to hit some shots.
You've got another exhibition coming up. Particular things you need to accomplish before then, or that you want to see in that next exhibition?
Well, we've got to make big strides defensively, Bob. We've got to get a lot better defensively. You know, there's no doubt about that, and our guys know that. So, you know, I think offensively we got to get everybody in the spots, and we got to get a little bit more organized and a lot more discipline with our offense. But I know we'll do that. You know, they'll want to do that on the offensive end, but the defensive ends we got to sharpen up so much. We've got a lot further to go defensively than we do offensively.